So I was inspired to do this video I'm doing right now after receiving 3 different gifts from Peugeot users today. So even though I've been getting gifts for the past few days because of the 2018 Christmas celebration. So because Christians are celebrating their birth of their Jesus Christ. So something that not gonna say no to a gift, notwithstanding that I'm not a Christian. So not religious anyway. So let me put it that way. So I wanted to do this video, and it's going to be in 2 parts. Part 1 is to show an appreciation for all the gifts I've received to the givers, and then part 2 is to talk about 2 particular Peugeot engines. So this video is basically about Peugeot, because even though I've been getting gifts from other places or people that are not Peugeot related, but then I want to talk about the gifts I received from Peugeot users. So I will start from the one I think was it last week or thereabouts. I received big 2 bags of yam, yes, from a Peugeot user who is also a member of TLC, the Lion community. I mean, very, very big. How many of them? Is it 3 or 4 2 bags of yam? Very big. I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten that kind of, whether purchased or gifted that size of yam. So I really, really appreciate that. Then another one is this is actually quite interesting, because it is a contact. One of my contacts that I do buy parts from for customers or clients, or refer people to buy parts from him, depending on the parts in question. So he just called me 2 days ago. I was like, hey, come over, and I went there, and there it was. He said, hey, this is your gift, and it was a 50 kg of bag of rice. Yeah, 50 kg bag of rice. And I was speechless. So I appreciate the gift, and I appreciate you as well. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything. I was just doing it, just to help people who are in need of parts, and also to help myself to get those parts to repair customers or clients' vehicles. So, and so the other bag of rice I received as well, but not from Peugeot users or anything related to Peugeot. So then I think I received airtime, 2,000 naira airtime from 2 different Peugeot users. I really appreciate. In fact, one came in today. I just credited it, and the other one, I think was 2 days ago, not yesterday. 2,000 each. So I really appreciate that. I mean, now I have to probably for the next 1 week or thereabouts not spend money, buying airtime, to make calls and all that. So that I appreciate. I choose to keep this anonymous. I don't want to mention them, so that you will say, oh, who gave that? Even though sometimes I can choose to call names, but in this case I don't want to. So I think that's that for the food. And the other one, then let's talk about drinks. So of course, one of the religious icons said man should not live by bread alone. So yeah, let's talk about this. So I got this malt Martina drink. I got this a crate. Someone gave me a crate of this. That's 12 containers of this. So thank you, I appreciate. And then of course my usual Guinness Fallen Extra Stout, aka 1759. Yeah, I was gifted this 6 bottles last week. Someone wanted to, wish me the best and appreciate me for all I've done for Peugeot users this outgoing 2018. So thank you. And okay, I'm not going to bring this today, though I think I finished the other. This is the remaining one out of the 6, so I'm going to probably visit the market to top it up. Okay, and these two, this is a red wine, 4th Street Sweet Rose. I don't know, red wine. Also was given to me by a Peugeot user who also have been a customer for a long time. So I mean, he has done a lot of gifts, given me a lot of gifts, and sometimes he will take me out and all that. So I got this actually from him today. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, 8%. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm interested in the alcoholic content. Okay, this one too. Of course, you all know that Carlo Rosie, or Abi Carlo Rosie. I don't know how to mention it anyway. I actually have 2 of them, but 2 of them were actually gifted to me, but 1 came from a Peugeot user. So I've already removed this black stuff. Probably this one I'm going to take today. So thank you, the giver. You know yourself. It's also a red wine if you don't know anyway. Oh, so this is also a red wine given to me today by a Peugeot user. The name is Blossom Hill. Soft and fruity. That's the name. Actually, he gave me 2 of this. I mean, that's amazing. 2 of this, and caloric content 12%. Yeah. Next one. This one came in last week. Given to me by a Peugeot user. I don't know. It's also a red wine. Alcoholic content 11%. So yeah, doing that one day. There's another one. JJC. I don't know. Some of these ones. This will be my first time taking them. So that's a red wine. Is it red wine? Possibly. Okay. Alcoholic content 11.5% volume. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Then another part of the gifts. Someone gave me, a member of the land community gave me a gift of 10,000 naira. Just all of a sudden I got a message, hey, kindly send me your account details. I did, and back 10,000 naira. I was like, wow, for what? He said, no, just as a gift for the year. Goes in, coming to an end. And another guy sent me 5,000 naira too. So you guys, you know each other. You know yourself. So I really thank you guys for all that. So I think I'm going to take this one. Let's see. So like I said, I'll be talking about Peugeot, 2 Peugeot engines this evening. Hold on, guys, for coming. Alright. it's off. Okay. Oof. Shit. Alright. Off the glasses. So I want to talk about two Peugeot engines, because it appears a lot of people get confused when they are seeking for economy. By economy, I'm talking about fuel economy. Now I get a lot of mess calls and all that. I mean, for years now, it's something I'm used to. So majority of the Uber users that use Peugeot cars want the one that will consume less fuel, and most times they will want Peugeot 406. So they will come to me like, oh, I want to buy one. Which one will you recommend? Which engine? Which transmission? And all that. And of course, for the sake of the business, I always recommend two engines, depending on the vehicle, model of vehicle they are interested in. Most of them, of course, prefer Peugeot 406. So I always recommend EW10J4 engine and the EW7J4 engine. But I don't know, I always get this it's like, hold on, please, I don't want any other engine that is not EW10J4. So whenever I mention EW7J4, they go, no. So it'd be like, kind of, why even bother? So I want to clear the air, because sometimes I may not have, when they do all those, I may not have the time to explain in details why I do recommend EW7J4. The other thing you need to understand is, when you drive EW7J4, no, when you drive a Peugeot 406 with EW10J4 and EW7J4, power-wise, they are almost the same. Well, I'm not talking about in paper, or of course, in terms of performance, the output. I'm talking about in motion. Both of them move basically the same, as in you can hardly tell when you are driving E406 with E10 or E7, you can hardly tell which one. When you will know that you are driving E7 is when you add a load on the engine, like when you put on AC. Yeah, you can actually tell that the engine tends to struggle a bit. But I mean struggle, I mean like when you come to a standstill and you want to move, yeah, you can tell that, okay, this is not EW10J4. But with the AC off, you can't really tell. Of course, when you start pushing the car very hard, when you get to, as the RPM start climbing, of course, the EW10J4 may tend to, go further or move faster than EW7J4. But in fact, practically, it appears the same. You can hardly tell the difference. But the funny aspect of it is, most of these guys that choose EW10J4, they always say, no, I want EW10J4 because that is the only good Peugeot engine ever produced. Funny, isn't it? It's funny because they forget that you want economy, and it's actually EW7J4 that will give you that full economy. EW10J4, yeah, it's good, but honestly, you save more fuel with EW7J4, especially in 406. Now, I'm not talking about what is written on paper, what is written in the manual. No, I'm talking about real life experience. People bring out their vehicles to me, 406, 407, and sometimes I have to drive some of these vehicles to be able to tell or to detect the issues or the symptoms. So I see all these things, even the ones that have no issues, and I drive them. I look at, considering the distance and the way I push the vehicle, and by the time I get back to where I started off the test drive, I realize that, hey, the consumption was much better than the EW7, than EW10J4. So if your intention is for commercial purposes, you need a Peugeot vehicle or Peugeot 406 to use for transportation, Uber, Taxify, or whatever. If I were you, honestly, I would choose, if you're interested in 406, I would choose one with EW7J4 engine. It will save you more fuel, and the power is very, very okay for that vehicle. Trust me. It's just that Nigerians are so close-minded that sometimes I don't even understand the way they see that EW7J4 as if, come on. Sometimes I'm like, before you even run to such conclusions, just take a peek in those other engines that you condemn. Just sit behind the wheel one of them, drive, and think for yourself before you condemn them and say, oh, everybody is saying this, this is the best, so they must be right. I'm not. Most times they are wrong. Majority are always wrong. If you think majority is right, no, you are wrong. They are always wrong, because majority don't think. What majority do is just they look at one person. Once one person says something, that's what they focus on. Anyway, that's by the way. So, by what I mean for economy now, and specifically I'm talking about manual transmission. So let's not miss these things out. Of course, 406, the EW7, I think they all had manual transmission. There's no automatic transmission option. If there is, please prove me wrong. I've never seen one. Of course, for EW10J4, yeah, you have the option of automatic or manual transmission. Of course, the other Peugeot vehicles with these two engines, 407, yeah, I think 407, when it comes to Peugeot, I'm not talking about other Peugeot brands, PSA brand, I'm talking about Peugeot. It's actually 406 and 407 that I think that have EW7J4 engine. Now let's talk about the abuse part of this discussion, or this video I'm doing. Now I've seen a lot of guys with 407 automatic transmission, but when you open their engine bay, what you see there is EW7J4. Sometimes even when you try to explain to them, hey, this engine was not the original engine this car was produced with, they will try to argue, you don't know what you're talking about. Even sometimes I don't even need to look at the VIN. I don't need the VIN to know that EW7 don't run with automatic transmission. No Peugeot car I've ever seen or produced, at least between these two brands of model of Peugeot cars, 406 and 407, none had automatic transmission, as long as it's EW7 engine in that engine bay from showroom or from the factory or whatever. So, but what most people do is because EW7J4 is cheaper. So when their engine fail, or when they kill their engine, let me use that word, they will go and buy EW7 and attach to the automatic transmission, and then they start wondering why consumption all of a sudden skyrocketed and became too high, and start wondering why the car is so sluggish. How do you expect EW7, how much does it even produce in terms of power? There's a reason why Peugeot chose not to attach automatic gearbox to it. But people do put it and attach and expect it to do what? So if you have any 406 or 407 and your engine is EW7J4 and is automatic transmission, that's a very bad abuse on that vehicle, and it's going to kill that engine. Because in fact, to be honest, most of these guys that do these such conversions, or most of the Peugeot cars, 406 or 407 that I've seen with this kind of useless and nonsense conversion, or meaningless, because to me it's very meaningless. Sometimes very stupid way of wasting money. Because as far as I can say, you're wasting money because of the way you're consuming fuel. So most of these vehicles, in fact, when they come to me, the engine has already come that has been about to pack up. Even though they probably replaced it recently and thinking, now they've gotten E7, the consumption will drop. You must be kidding me, So that's the other abuse people do, because they prefer, okay, EW7 is cheaper, or probably will consume less fuel, and then they will go and attach automatic gearbox to it. Well, not just EWs, of course we have EW10A, of course 406 didn't have such in 407. Yeah, EW7A exists, yet they all have manual transmission, no automatic transmission option. Now in 407, this is another secret I'm making to you guys who are after economy. Personally, I'm not interested in economy, So those who are after economy and you're going for 407 and you prefer either EW7 or EW10, understand that EW10 in 407 will consume less. I know you'll be saying, what the hell are you talking about? Trust me, they behave, those two engines consume differently in 406 and 407. I don't have time to start analyzing why, but just know you can do your own test driving. For EW10 will consume less, especially in manual in 407 than EW7. Of course, you can apply your logic, but it's very easy now. I mean, it's a simple logic. 407, the weight is can't compare it to that of 406. So 406, yeah, EW7 can pull it very well, effortlessly, and with that, the engine doesn't struggle. So small, it just requires a small amount of fuel. The only time you may tell on it a little is when you carry too much load. I mean, EW7 on 406. You may tend to struggle a little bit. Notwithstanding, the fuel economy is much better with EW7J4 and 406 than EW10J4. I'm not saying EW10J4 is a fuel guzzler, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying if you want one between the two that will consume less with similar output, let me not use the word output, with similar performance in terms of movement, EW7 is better for you. Trust me, EW10 doesn't move. Even if it moves faster than EW10, you can hardly tell the difference. That's where I'm coming from. Guys, I've driven all these cars. I can't even count how many of them I've driven. Sometimes people bring to me, they stay with me for weeks, days. Sometimes I use them without even touching any of my vehicles. So I know what I'm talking about. So don't waste your money pursuing EW10J4 because that's what everybody is using. And you end up wasting more money when the intention is to get one that will consume less in terms of maybe the business or whatever the purpose is. I strongly recommend for anybody interested in economy to go for EW7 in 406. and in 407, no, EW10. I know you might say, what about EW12J4, EW6, ES9A, and all that, or ES9J4S? Well, those guys, whoever that is going for that one, yeah, they do their own. You can get some economy from me, but the temptation there is you won't give a damn about that economy. Trust me, unless you have no business being with such vehicles, because some people actually, that as in performance is zero in their part, as in is the, in fact they will hate when a car starts speeding. So sometimes I wonder, why do you even buy these vehicles with these engines when you know this is not on your part, this is not who you are? Just go for all those ones that has less power and all that. So yeah, those E12, V6, yeah, there's a way you drive them and they'll give you close to the same fuel consumption of the lesser powered engines like EW7 or EW10J4. Yeah, they can give you the same, but then, you know, the way the when you press the accelerator, the way the engine will respond sometimes will be like, fuck this economy, you know, you push the car forward, let it burn the fuel anyway. So yeah, I hope this clears the air. How many minutes in something? Wow, didn't even know it's get this long. So I wouldn't choose any of this engine if that's what you're expecting me to say, okay, go for this or no. But then I'm not a fan of any of them. But then I know not everybody is a Lion King. Not everybody is interested in vroom, you know, fun. So if you, I wouldn't waste much time by looking for a 406 with EW10J4 if my intention is one that will consume less fuel or save more money for fueling. Trust me, you're better off with EW7J4 in 406.